Hi, everybody. I wanted to do a quick update video to update you on what's been going on since my last update video. I recently attended CIA, Cross Examined Instructor Academy. Cross Examined is an apologetics ministry started by Dr. Frank Turek. If you're unfamiliar, he is a genius-level smart guy who is an apologist, an author, a speaker, and he regularly holds debates in somewhat hostile environments like college campuses. And he's got the perfect personality for that kind of thing.
And I guess my question would be, what's your advice in regards to presenting it without coming off as rude or passive-aggressive?
How would I know that? I'm from New Jersey.
His books, I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist and Stealing from God, are phenomenal. CIA is Cross Examined's training conference that equips apologists to build their ministries and develop their skills. And this year, the event was held in the official home of Yeah, But It's a Dry Heat, Albuquerque, New Mexico. The instructors included my personal hero of apologetics, Greg Koukl, more on him later, and several other top apologists, more than a few of whom I've been following for a while now. This was my first year attending CIA, and I graduated. Take that, high school guidance counselor. Wow, thank you. It's such a surprise, really. Thank you. I didn't expect this at all, really. It was just such an honor to be nominated, really, it was. But I did prepare a few notes. So I would like to say thank you first and foremost to my wife and kids. I love you guys. Thanks to my mom and dad, who were super supportive in this. Just a second. And I'd also like to, just a second. I just want to say the Academy of Motion Picture Arts is a bunch of pedophiles. So I think this means I'm now technically a CIA operative. I was also invited to lead worship for the event, and I wanted to share some of the notable takeaways I took away from. Why do I keep doing that? I don't have time to share everything I learned. I mean, I have almost 20 pages of notes, single-spaced. But here's some of the stuff I learned at CIA. Number 1, Albuquerque is hot. Imagine you're Jonah, but the whale scooped you up after he competed in a Carolina Reaper hot wings eating contest. That kind of hot. Number 2, there was a lot to learn. I was already familiar with the YouTube channels and podcasts and books of many of the instructors, so I was kind of curious if I might have already heard most of what they might say. But I was pleasantly surprised at how in-depth the presentations were. Like I said, 20 pages of notes. Quite a few drinking from the fire hose moments. Next, it was really great getting to meet a lot of these people in person. From my career experience of meeting famous musicians, I've found that it's one thing to know somebody's produced work, and another thing entirely to meet them in real life. So I was pleasantly surprised to see how so many of these people that I've admired and respected are not just brilliant, but they're also humble, approachable, and genuinely interested in helping others defend the faith. From day one, we jumped right in. No time wasted, just full-on knowledge bombs. And it was intense. Long days of presentations, training, and breakout sessions. Definitely good bang for your buck. I also led worship twice during the 3 days, which were some of the most nerve-inducing moments I've ever had on stage. Popular worship music can be pretty hotly debated these days, either because some popular worship songs have lyrics that are basically heretical, or because the church where an otherwise orthodox-sounding song originated from is preaching Christian mysticism, which is not Christianity. Future video on that topic coming soon. I had a nightmare image in my mind of Alan Parr releasing one of his crossed arm videos with my face on it, but thankfully all went well. God was worshipped, and no stones were thrown, even though I started How Great Thou Art in the wrong key and had the whole room doing their best Johnny Cash impression. We students also had to prepare our own presentations that would be judged by the instructors. The topic I chose was the moral argument for the existence of God, and I used that talk for most of the content in my latest video, which I will link here. Since I've been following Greg Koukl's ministry, Stand to Reason, for over 13 years, I was really hopeful to be in his class, though I'd also heard rumors that he was the strictest judge to present for. But the schedule was revealed, and I got Greg. Yay, 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 yay. He has multiple master's degrees in philosophy, ethics, and apologetics. His book Tactics is a game changer on equipping Christians to effectively get people thinking about the Christian worldview in a kind and thoughtful way. If apologetics had a Super Bowl, he's totally a starting player. Now, I've actually preached on stage quite a few times before. I've spoken at conferences about starting a career in music. I've made YouTube videos, obviously. But this particular style of presentation was something totally new for me, and I really didn't know what to expect. Would they tell me I should be more serious and scholarly? Would they tell me I was using PowerPoint all wrong? Are they going to find out I have no idea how to pronounce Did my argument miss some crucial point?
I mean, what if they say I'm no good? What if they say, get out of here, kid, you got no future? I mean, I just don't think I can take that kind of rejection.
But I gave my presentation and waited. And waited. And wait. It actually didn't take very long at all. I was just doing that for dramatic effect. After waiting maybe 3 seconds, Greg said, I really don't have much to say. I really like this talk.
Now we are so happy we do the dance of joy! Hey! Hey, 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 hey!
He also agreed to be interviewed on my channel, so I'm gonna start doing interviews now. He did offer some constructive criticism that it felt a bit like a performance, like he was watching a YouTube video. That was helpful advice. I mean, talking to a room full of human beings really should feel different than me talking to that little dot right there on my phone. Helpful tip. At events like this, be open to learning from the other students, not just the instructors. Immediately after my talk, another student named Jeremy gave his presentation and really excelled at making that personal connection to the audience that Greg was talking about. Mucho helpful to get such a clear example of how to improve on what I needed to work on. Thanks, Jeremy. The next day included more sessions, and I gave my talk again, this time to instructor Elisa Childers. She hosts the Elisa Childers podcast, is a total class act, and has basically become the authority on progressive Christianity and the deconstruction movement within Christianity. She's brilliant and articulate. I messed up saying articulate. That's funny. She's brilliant and articulate. And I'm not just saying that because she gave me a perfect score on my presentation. She also invited me to be a guest on her podcast, so stay tuned for that. On the final day, there was a session called Stand and Deliver, which meant we students were all going to line up with a spotlight on us and the camera rolling. We would say which topic we chose to make our presentation on, and then a panel of the instructors would challenge our views. They basically pretended to be irate audience members. I was actually looking forward to this. By this point in the week, Greg Kokel had already said he really liked my presentation. Elisa Childers gave me a rave review. Dr. Frank Turek himself passed me in the hall once and said, Gregory, I heard you were really good. The New Jersey is strong with this one. I've been listening to Greg Kokel answer challenges like this for over a decade. I've studied dozens of Frank Turek's videos destroying these challenges without even breaking a sweat. I got this.
He's really putting on a show for this capacity crowd. Be back in a minute, all right?
If you know the movie that clip is from, you already see where this is going. I strode up to the mic. I resisted the urge to load my biceps like Henry Cavill. I presented on the moral argument for the existence of God. Greg Kokel picked up the mic to challenge me. Oh, Greg again? Yes, my day has come. Prepare to be amazed, my friend. Here we go. He killed me.
If he dies, he dies.
Ran away with the conversation and left me bleeding out on the mat. But here's why that was actually one of the best moments of the week for me. No, really, seriously. First, I learned. Sometimes you don't know what you don't know. And I've been blessed to mostly have conversations with atheists and people questioning Christianity who have been really polite and respectful. I found out that I've got a lot of work to do when it comes to keeping control of a conversation with someone who is determined to derail it. Next, I'm usually satisfied with my answers when someone posts a snarky comment online, and I've got plenty of time to think about the issue, pray about how to best respond, and give a kind, thoughtful response. That is a lot harder when you only have 4 seconds instead of 15 minutes. Guys like Greg Kokel and Frank Turek are so accomplished at this, they really make it look easy to be that quick on your feet. It ain't. So I now have an even greater respect for the people who regularly do this. Next, even though I was getting pummeled, I was able to keep my calm and not lose my temper or say something unhelpful. So, I got that going for me. Also, it's almost like a badge of honor getting knocked out by the apologetics equivalent of Muhammad Ali. No shame in that. As soon as it was over, both Elisa Childers and instructor John Ferrer came over to me and offered some really helpful advice on how to improve my responses. Again, this team just continually showed that they truly were all about helping to equip and encourage everyone. Really cool. So, if you're considering attending next year, and no, they didn't ask me to record this, I would absolutely encourage you to go. The information, networking, and experience are truly invaluable. I'm already stoked about attending next year. I just got to get myself in shape for round 2 with Kokol. So, cue the training montage.